Hello everyone, and welcome you to our series of COBOL programming language. In this session, we are going to deep dive into conditionals in COBOL, like an essential topic for making our program dynamic and responsive. Like imagine a banking application. They have decided whether to approve a loan or not. So on the basis of civil score, they will be doing that. Like if the civil score is greater than this, so we will be just approving the loan. So these conditions are powered by conditional logic. So what we will cover today, here is a quick view of that. We will be discussing that. Like we will be starting with the introduction of conditional statement, that why the conditional statements are important. We will explore different type of conditions available in COBOL, if else, relation, sign, class, condition name, combination. Like we will also going through a practical example of that to help you how to write the effective conditional logic. Like by the end of the session, you will having a strong understanding of how conditions make code program different from others and a bit smarter and effective also. So don't get worried if you are getting too much names of that. We will be discussing everything with a practical example also. Like in our previous series, we have done, like this is the fifth lecture in our series. We have already completed fourth lecture. If you're someone is directly coming into fifth lecture, just also view our four lectures we have covered in our series. In this, we have just started with the basic of COBOL, that why COBOL, how COBOL, that what we are the things required for COBOL, why we are still working on COBOL. Like it was developed in 1959. We have discussed in session. So why we are still working on that? Many things we have cleared in that. Many myths we have just burned in that. Just view previous session also. And this is the fifth session. I welcome you all if you are been here. So just without wasting time, we should move ahead. So before moving ahead, we should let me introduce you to the company programmers.io, the organization I proudly represent. Programmers.io is a global software development company that specialized in both legacy and modern platforms. Like our work involves like COBOL, mainframe, AS400, IBM helping business application to modernize and maintain their critical system. Like we found in 2012, we have partnered with many Fortune 500 companies to ensure that core application remain reliable, secure, and scalable. At Programmers.io, we believe that legacy technology, when combined with modern solutions, can continue to drive business solution and business success. So whether it's a COBOL or anything, we work with seamlessly with that. So just moving ahead to our main topic, agenda for today. So here's what we will be focusing on today, if else statements. These are the foundation building block of conditional logic in COBOL. Like if you have learned every another language or something like that, you will be knowing that first things in the conditional statement is if else only. And if you are new with any you haven't learned any language, or you are new with COBOL or something like that, we're just guiding you what if else is and how it works. And then we'll be just moving through the relational conditions, comparing values to make the decision. Sign condition, identify whether a value is positive, negative, or zero. Class condition, ensuring data is match expected like numeric or alphabetic. Conditional names, condition like assigning meaningful names to a condition for clarity. Combining the condition and negation condition in that. Sorry. And how we will be applying that, like writing more complex and flexible with logic, with a logical operators also. So we will be just moving that. This is the agenda for the day. Don't get worried. We'll be just putting our best to explain you everything. So just moving forward with the main topic, conditional statement. So everyone would be coming, like it would be coming in your mind that why conditional statement? What is exactly the conditions are? Condition in COBOL is like allow you to evaluate whether something is true or false. Like every coin has a two aspects, head or tail. So condition also like it is true or not. Like it is based on the direction, the direct flow of program execution, like where the program would be flowing, and that makes a program more a bit dynamic. Like take an example, like think of a payroll application. If an employee has worked more than 40 hours in a week, the program might calculate overtime pay without any conditions. So your program would simply process all the employees same ways regarding the hours of work. They would be no would be not affecting if someone has worked 40 or more than 40 hours. But conditions can range from simple to comparison, like in logic and something like that. Rather than if you have applied something in the condition only, like if someone has worked more than 40 hours, if a condition or else condition, so it would be helping to calculate the overplay simply. So that is the thing. Conditions are very range of like complex and something like that. In this session, we will be exploring different type of conditions step by step. So just this was an introductory slide that what is conditions. So let us start with the if else statement, which is most basic from the conditionals in COBOL. Like if else statements allow the program to be execute from one block of code to another block of code. Like condition is true, move to this block. If another condition is true, move to another block. Like think of asking the program a question. Based on the answer, it will decide the program flow. Isn't it cool? So just see the syntax of that. Like if condition, like how if condition work. Like if condition is like we have written if, like in the sentence. Let's just put the cursor there. Like we have written if, then we will be just putting the conditions of what is the condition. And if the condition, after the condition it is true, then what will be the statement? The statement statement we want to execute. And if it is not true, so just go into the else block and execute the statement. Okay, so just now we will be moving to the practical example of that and identifying that how it actually works. So yeah, so let me open the system into that. Just give me a minute. Mm, Yeah, so this is the basic program for if and else condition. Like we have walked through from multiple programs. We know that we have walked through multiple programs to know that how the things have been working into that and everything is in flow. Now we by seeing the program, we can know that where the flow is and what the program wants to uh, tell to us. Okay, so just guiding you through the basic of program. Similarly, identification division, just refreshing the concept. Identification division program PGM1, the data division, then working story section that we have declared a variable which is 01 on the level 0 number 01. WSVR PIC 9 value 5, like what it is, the value of it would be 5. Like I have written, just let me explain. Like I have written P of C 9. So what it would be, like there would be a single character value, and if there would be double, I can also write this Pi is big 99. Or if triple nine, 4 times 9, and we can also write it like PIC big. Why I'm saying PIC because many of you are yet new to here. So it is called pick basically. It's a clause. Like if I want to write 1, I would be writing 01. And if I want like 02 or 03 conditions, I'll just putting 03 conditions. Yeah. So these are the methods that by which you can write this. So this is the simplest form of declaring. And you know about the value clause, that what value clause is. We have went through that in the previous session also, that the what is value clause, and this is the value 5. The value we have assigned previously, before the starting of program only, we have assigned the value that the value of this is 5. And just moving to the procedure division where the main logic and the real logic we will be writing. Why am I explaining this again to you? Many of you thinking that, yeah, Harshit, we know that. Just come to the direct point. But I'm just refreshing the concept that we have learned in the sessions previously. So just moving to now the if condition. Like here it is an if condition. If WSVR, which is declared here, is greater than 3, display value is greater than 3. Else display value is 3 or less than. Okay, so what we have done, like if we have assigned true or false condition, like consider if and else as a true or false only. Like if it is true, like it is true, go to the if block. You can execute that. And if it is false, just go to the false block, else block, and execute that. Like, understand one thing. This is the complete statement. Like, C is a one statement, if and else. Like, if a condition is only true in the if block, the condition won't be going into else block to check that. Okay. But if the condition is not true in the if block, it would be going to the else block. Okay. Getting that? It is not like that both the statement will be executing simultaneously or both the statement will be giving a result. It is not like that. One statement is executed, another would be not executed. And firstly, we write if. Why I have written if here? Because it is also always be written into the section D of that from 12th to another position. Like if I put there, the if statement must be begin in area B. We have discussed about it more practically and everything and about the area and everything. I will be not going in much detail about that. Okay, just saving this, just getting the program compiled. PGM1 mentioned here also. I mentioned program one. So many of you, if you are wondering that what this language is like, we have got through COBOL that we know COBOL. We are seeing that this language is not COBOL. Basically, this is JCL. I've explained you that in the previous session that this is a different thing. Basically, what JCL does, it is used to just execute or compile the COBOL program. And if you want to learn this, the lecture are also been coming in our YouTube official YouTube channel only on this channel only. So stay tuned for that. In few days, we will be uploading the session of for the JCL. For of now, just understand that it is a mechanism for compiling and executing. So, and in the session, we will be just putting direct in detail that what is JCL and everything. Submit a JCL. JC, we want to submit this. Maxis is 0. So yeah, program got executed correctly. Compiled got program got compiled correctly. Just now executing that. Submitted just here. Submitted. Yeah, we have the result, but just before going towards the result, just let me see that what result would be. Let us just take our assumption and then go forward with that. Like identification division, program ID, like it would be just go directly to the program procedure division. Like if WSVAR is greater than 3, okay. So it would be displaying value is greater than 3. Else it would be displaying value is less than value is 3 or less than. Okay. So what is the value of WS variable? It is 5. So basically it is greater than 3. So it should be displaying value is greater than 3 according to us. Now let what the program flow says. Okay, sorry, just got appended or something like that. Okay, just compiling it again, executing that again. I think there is some load difference. Just let me check. Yeah, it is load 3. Yeah. So what is the output? Value is greater than 3. The value we expected to come. In the program again. Value is greater than 3. The value which we expected to come into that. It is correct. So yeah, value is greater than 3. Just going to PPT again. Okay. So we have just went through the if else statement and everything. Just now going to the another slide of that, which is relational conditional. It is a bit simple and you have learned it many before also. We have know this earlier also in the regular life or mathematic operations. We used to do that. So like relational of what relational condition are, it basically compares to value. Like it should be greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, greater than equal to, less than equal to. So it would be making like this. these comparisons are crucial for decision making. Like we want to make a decision, something like that. Like the same example I took in the beginning slide, like in the loan application only. Like if the income is greater than this, then I will be providing loan to them. If the income is greater than 5 lakh, then I will be providing a loan of 10 lakh. So for these condition, relational operator are most important thing into that. And if we see the syntax of that, if operand one, relational operator, what just a relational operator, and then operand two. So let me guide you towards you will be getting that more easily. Just going towards the example for that. Yeah, example. Okay. Just explaining you the code. Just close this also. Okay, so yeah, again we are the program two. Like what it is a relational operator example. What description I have added? Okay, compare two values using relational. Why description this I have added? Because it makes like it is not a description, it is basically a comment. Like we have already know that on the seventh position, if you put a asterisk and we write anything, the line is non-executable, and the line is called a comment, which is helpful for us normal people to understand what there is in a code. And for a better practice, always write a comment into the program. This you can also call, I have given the name description, that what is description into the program, that what actually the program is going to do. Like if a non-programmer or non-person something like that comes and see this program, he also see by comments that what the program exactly would be doing. You're talking about non-programmers. If we talk about ourselves only, if we are seeing any code after 20 days or 10 days, we will be forgetting that what we have written here, what condition we have to analyze the code again. So for solving this kind of problem, we should just put a comment on there. It is for a good practice that you put a comment that what the exactly you are doing and what exactly this program is. So the time you will be saving to by the executing and everything in the program. Okay. So just moving towards the program, like I have declared two variable ws num1 and ws num2. Moving the values into that 25 into ws num1, 15 into ws num2. Putting the if else condition we have just understood here. If ws num1 is greater than ws2, then display num1 is greater than num2, else display num1 is less than num2. Most of you would be saying that this is a simple if else condition only. So what is the difference in that? This greater than difference, like we are writing is greater than, and there we will be just putting an operand and using that. Like these are the conditional statement only. Everything will be moving around if else only, because these are conditions. But the writing format and the type of that, it would be different. Okay. So if like if it is like greater than so it would be displaying this, and else it would be displaying that. If we see the value, the num1 is 25 and num2 is 15. So num1 will be greater than num2. So like 25 is greater than 15. Yes, it is greater. So it would be just going to the first loop and putting that, oh, the first condition. Sorry, I've said loop in the, it would be going the first condition, if condition displaying ws num is greater than ws2. And what if I do this 0 2? Okay, so would be 0 2, and then this time it would be going into this condition, just checking that it is greater than or not. No, it is not greater than, then it will be going to the else block and will be executing this condition. Okay, in the else condition it is not checking anything. Why it is not checking anything? Because in the first condition we are making it check that the things condition or not. Like every coin has only two aspects, that it is like that or it is not like that. So in the else condition, like if it is, if you are it will rain today or not rain today, there are only two aspects. If it is already coming rain, so it is raining, and if it's not raining, it will not rain today. So same as that into that. I think this program is a bit simple and the same as the example one. So I would you guys would just executing that in your local system as an example or as a homework, or as an practical example that what you would do. that you have the code in your the screen only. Just take a picture of that or just manually write that on the open IDs. There are many open IDs, so write that on the open IDs and execute that and comment the answer of that. Like we know the answer of that, but just execute that answer and move with the forward with your practice. Isn't it a great idea? Okay, so just execute that program in your local system, and then we will just answer the uh, comment the answer into comment box that what the answer you got and what the condition you got. Just also check with some different conditions and that you would be getting a better into that. Okay, so just moving to our presentation again. Now just let me see that how we can put it again. That relation, that sign operations. Like if we talk about the sign operation check the condition is a numeric value, positive value, negative value, or zero. This is especially useful in scenarios like financial application, like when we make a financial application, something like that. For example, if the balance is negative, you might display an overdraft warning or something like that, isn't it? Like if when then like when you go to the ATM, if the condition like if your balance is in the negative rupees, you can't withdraw any money, isn't it? Like if your balance is zero or in negative, you can't withdraw any money. Why you can't withdraw? Because they have applied a condition that if the menu, it would be only applying that if it is less than 100 or less than zero, you won't be able to withdraw any money into that, isn't it? So just we seeing the practical example of that. Moving towards the RIDE. Okay, the program 3. Uh, the good practices. I am also learning this with you only, that putting comments in that, because why comment, like I also don't have a habit of putting comments, but why it is useful, like I already told you, to just memorize that what I code I've written. Like I have, if I've written this 5 or 10 days ago, I will be coming that, oh, I have to see that, oh, what code it is. But at this time I don't need to see the code. Why? Because I know that it is the simple. So just moving towards the identification program number 3, description, check the sign of the variable, positive, negative, or zero. Working store section, WS num1, pick of S of 9 for value -25. Proceed division, if the number is negative, display, like we have directly wrote that. We haven't applied any condition into that. Mark that. If it would be any other language or something like that, you have to put the greater than or less than operators into that. But we are just writing that is negative. But in the initial sessions, I have told you that it is English like syntax only. But learn by reading only, you would be knowing that what the session is telling to you, what the sentence is telling to you. So that if WS num, which is a variable I have declared earlier, is negative, display number is negative. Else display number is positive or zero. Harshit, you are talking about pick of clause and what it is written S here and what is 9 of 4 as. Many of you would be having the question in mind. And if you don't have, you would have so the question that what this is, what this condition is, what S I have written. This S mean sign bit. Sign bit. What this S does is code the negative or the positive or the zero sign into that. Then when we're talking about the positive number, we don't need that. Why we don't need that? Because it is not storing any different sign into that. But when we are talking about negative numbers, we have to put S into in front of that to store the values, to know that compiler also knows the value of that. Okay, got that? Okay, so what according to you the answer would be? Number is negative because the value is -25. So the answer should be the number is negative. So just going to compile that. Just offering the program to, yeah, save it here. It is program 3. Just going to compile my JCL. Just changing PGM3. And in the bottom also I am changing that. Program 3, just saving that, submitting as a JCL. It is submitted. Just going to the my executable JCL program. It is program 3. Submit as JCL. Yeah, some want to submit it. Number is negative. You got your answer. Sorry for that. So yeah, you got the answer. Number is negative, and minus 25 is only a negative number. So you got the correct answer for that, isn't it? So yeah, this is how sign operations, sign conditions work in this COBOL. Okay, just going to another slide for the class conditions. Like this is the another topic for that. What is class condition into that? Like if we talk about the class condition, it checks that what is the class of that operator. Like it is numeric, alphabetic, or something else, or it is not numeric. Like we have a negotiation condition also in that. Like when we check the something, like when we are checking the conditions will be that, like the variable we are using, it is a numeric variable, alphanumeric variable, or alphabetic variable, or numeric variable. So we'll be just for finding that out. And the syntax said if variable is, if you want to just put a positive condition, we will be just going through to is, and if we want to move with the negative condition, we're just putting not. Just seeing a practical example, and by that you would be just getting a bit better into that. Okay, so program to determine if the input is numeric or alphabetic. Why these things are important? That when we are you writing something, when you want to execute something, when we are executing that, the field there we want only put numeric things. At that time, this field is important. At that time, you can write here that only numeric inputs are the eligible for this field, or numerical field are only applied into that. And by into the downwards of if condition, you can write your entire code which you want to write, and the code you want to, like if there is condition, if you have entered your age in, like take an example of something, if you have entered something like age into a school website, you are just putting into school website, you are taking the age of the visitors. It should be always numeric. If it should be alphabetic, you won't have to accept that. So if it is numeric, you will just checking the condition that it is numeric or not. And if it is numeric, just you will be just writing your basic code that you would be want to write that, isn't it? It would be too easy for you. Like is numeric, just write is numeric. Yeah, input is numeric. And else it is not numeric, and it you can also write not condition if you want to just move into not. Like WH input is not numeric, is not numeric, and just if we're a positive condition, we are talking about is condition. Got my point? Just understanding the flow. W as input, x of 5, value 1 2 3 4 5. W as input is numeric. It is numeric or not? Yes, it is numeric. So this will be it will be executing that input is numeric. Just saving this and going to the compiling JCL for this fourth, submitting it as a JCL. Guys, if you have any doubt regarding this condition, something in any condition, just put the comment in the comment box, or put your query in the comment box. We will be surely replying to that. That what the query are, what the queries thing are coming. If you want some another lecture, some sample programs, just comment that. It is coming with that. Executed. Mhm. It is CRT. Input is numeric. The input was the input was 1 2 3 4 5. So it should be input is numeric, and it is numeric. We have just got that. Simple or not? Just executing that. Okay. Then input is numeric, and it is got. We got the input we wanted, output we wanted. Another program. Okay. So now we will just going to the condition name condition, that what conditions here it is. Wait, if we talk about the conditions, like it check whether the variable that it is going to in which conditions and something like that. Name of conditions, that what is the condition if it fails, that Harshit, what is the difference in that the previous slide and this slide? The difference is that we are talking about the 88 level in this number. Why we are talking about the 88 number? Because what it would be doing, it would be only just putting the things in this. Like 88, we have discussed, when we discussed about the level numbers, we have discussed about several numbers like 66, 77, 88. These three were different. 77, what 77 does, like it doesn't execute on another. We can't break it on the another part. We can't make it sub part of that. But if we are talking about, it is used for a condition level number. So that is the condition level number into the 8. It is the same condition as that we have just done before, but what is the difference? We have executed that on the 88 level number. Just putting an example of that and just increasing the difficulty of the program to understand that a program bit better. Like why I am taking a bit more emphasis on the practical example, that it would be, you would be getting that but more clear, that you would be getting this more examples more clear and more thoughtful, because theoretical knowledge is not difference, right? That you know that if as condition is like that, if an executed, you know that, but what is the syntax? We should be getting familiar to the syntax. With learning only theory, you can't learn any programming language. You also have to move with the practical explanation and practical examples of that. That's why I'm emphasizing more on the things, like also taking the things that we have practiced in the previous lecture and just encouraging and merging everything, the concept, and just putting that in front of you. It is easy to learn the new concept also by that and to understand the previous concept also. So if we talk about the 88 value number, pass value 41, just starting with the identification division program ID working stress section, I have declared three variables here. WS num, it is 9 of 3, that here it is the group variable I have declared. And 88 level number, I have declared two things, pass and fail. Pass value is through, our pass values are 31 through 400. Like if the value is between 41 and 100, it would mean that you are pass. And if the value is from 0 to 40, it means that you are fail. So in the procedure division, now we are going to this is a conditional statement only. Like in the procedure division, like we are moving to the main logic, moving the value 65 to WS num. You know more what is. We have decided, we have discussed that in a bit detail about in the third lecture. That's what move is. So just moving that I expecting that you know what move is. Moving the value 65 into WS num. And if the value is 65, what was the parameter that of getting passed? Be greater than 41. So if pass, like yeah, the person would be pass. Like, I think it would be like someone like average student only that getting pass at the 65%, isn't it? So just if pass, display passed with WS num marks. What is WN num? The variable we have declared. This is the display statement we have put. How we are declaring by the displacement? Putting the call as parenthesis passed with, putting that in the between WS num, again putting the parenthesis were marks, and this is a period with ending with that period. And if fail, displays the same thing, that that it would be also displaying the marks for that and also displaying the result into that. Just saving this. It is program 6. Just going to my compiling JCL program 6. Just taking it a look, submitting it. Going to my executable JCL program 6. Passed with 65 marks. Yeah, same thing we were expecting. What we were expecting. WS num and exacting like 65 and what means that 65 passed with 60. Like developers of COBOL and the creators of COBOL has made COBOLs a bit easy for everyone to understand and learn that. Like there is also condition statement if you are saying, like if you do in another programming language, it would be so difficult to handle this. But in this, it is too simple to just handle that, isn't it? It's moving towards another presentation slides, just combining some conditions like negotiation condition and something like that. Like if a person comes upon me, like Harshit, what is the thing if I want to check two conditions and if both the condition true, then I want to move ahead. Okay, so COBOL has the solution for that also. If we talk about that are combined negated condition, like and in this we use and or operators. Like and means you will be, if the both the conditions are true, then it would be executing, and if the both the conditions are not true or you be using or not true, then it would be just uh, discussing or just demerging the code there, and just see the syntax of that. If ws num and ws num is less than type, display number between 1 to 25. Okay, so what the end is doing, combining condition, like we're combining two conditions into a single sentence and providing an example to you. Like we don't have to put two if for that. Like there are many things, na? Just putting two f. Like if firstly check the number, if number is greater than zero, then if the number is less than 100, and then put, you don't have to do that in COBOL, you have AND operator into that. And they will display directly if both the conditions are true. And if we talk about the negative condition, if not, WS is positive, display number is not positive. It is for the understanding in a negative condition also. Moving towards a practical examination, like yeah. WS num1, I declare three variable here. Num1, num2, num3. Now value of num1 is 20, num2 is 20, num3 is 20. Okay, so procedure division, if num1 is less than num2 and num2 is equal to num3, then display both the conditions are okay, else display error. You got, if num1 is less than num2, what is the value of num1 is 20, and what the value of num2? If value of num1 is less than num2, like it is less than or 2, yes, it's less than. So less than because it is 25 and it is only 20. So yes, it is less than. And W and num1 is equal to W and num2, like 20, 20, both are equal. Then it will be displaying both the conditions are okay. And if anything would be like, if I do that at 24 or something like that, it would be just because what how AND operator works, that if the both the conditions are true, then it would be executing the statement. And if both any condition is false into that, it's just putting that into error condition or else condition. Just executing that for executing the program now. Mm, program 5. Yeah. Submit just GCL. Mhm. Both conditions are okay. Yeah, the same thing we wrote in the program for ourselves. Where is the program? Yeah, so that what wanted to present with the condition are okay. I think that you have a good knowledge of what if else is with the help of explanation and that. Just try few of the things for your practice, that you get to know that how the actual flow of conditions are going and how it is actually working. So just get ready with the flow and everything with that, and make yourself comfortable with practicing more problems with that. Like we have discussed 7 problems into that. Like firstly revise these 7 problems, and then make the condition by yourself. You can just put that greater than, and condition equal to, greater than equal to, just putting the numbers different, making the picture clause different. So you can do that. It is in your hand. Just do that and practice it more. And if you have any query, just put that in the comment section. Okay, just putting that. Like we have discussed this thing. Yeah, we have just moved through the eval statement, relational conditionals, that unsigned conditions. Then class, what are the class condition that we have? Condition name conditions, that what are the different combined and negative condition, negative conditions. Now just move to how the best practice is and why. You all know that every time we are putting any session, we put the best practice session is. Why we are putting that? To make a good practice of everything, that you should be knowing that what things are. Okay, so just warm up that what the best practices are. So they use conditional statement for reliability and maintainability of good code. Like you are maintaining good code and readable code. You're not just putting many things into the single thing and avoiding and making a chaos there. Avoid deeply nested if statement. Like both don't make 10 conditions in a single go. It would be making the programmer and you also a bit difficult of what these things are going. And if someone would be seeing, it would be not making a good impression into your knowledge. Avoid multiple if else statement, that you don't add multiple if else. It would make the statement confusing. Try to add comments between the conditions. Like if you are executing any condition, try to make a good habit of putting a condition comment into there for understanding of a beginner or a programmer or another developer, your co-worker or someone. It would be helping, or not for others only, it would be helping you also, like we have discussed. Okay, so thank you everyone. This was a great time with you all. Just we have just went to the conditionals and every how the conditions have been working in COBOL. In the next session, we will just coming with another topic, which is a string, an important topic in COBOL, that how string is working, how string is manipulated, how string is being work, how string is being formed, and many things in that. We're just going towards the starting and ending of the string. So just be with us. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your time.